Hello everyone, this is Vinod Kumar Singh. I am presenting a new topic today from the same chapter, Development, Chapter 1 from Economics. The topic is Goals of Development. So let's begin with the topic. Goals of Development. First we'll discuss about per capita income. What is per capita income? The total income of a country divided by its total population is called the per capita income or average income. Means it is an average. Average income or per person income. Per capita income means per person income. So when total income which is generated in the country, okay, that income is divided by the total population what we have in our country. So when we do this, we are getting an average. That's why its name is average income, or sometime we are calling it per capita income. Capita means person. So per person income. Next, gross domestic product. Gross domestic product means, gross means total. Domestic means which is related to our country. Domestic. Okay. And product. So gross domestic product. Gross domestic product, how we are calculating? So total income of the country means the total generated income within the boundary of the country is called gross domestic product. Now how we are calculating this income? यानी हमारे कंट्री के अंदर जैसे कि आपको पता है किसी भी कंट्री की इकोनॉमी में how many sectors are there? 3 sectors. So we have 3 sectors in the economy. We are calling them namely as primary, secondary and tertiary sector. So these are the 3 sectors. And the income which is generated from these 3 sectors when it is total means summation is done and we are getting the income of the country. So it is because the income is generated inside the boundary of our country, we are calling it domestic. Okay. So gross domestic product. Product or income. These are the synonym here. Next is gross national product. National and domestic. This difference you have to find out here. What is the difference between national and domestic product? So the total income generated within the boundary of the country, what is plus here? In addition, income from abroad is called the gross national product. Means whatever income is generated, means you can say simply कि जो domestic product है, GDP जो है country का, उस GDP में हम ऐड कर दें इनकम फ्रॉम अब्रॉड. ठीक है, तो उस इनकम को अगर हम ऐड कर देते हैं देन इट बिकम्स द नेशनल इनकम. ओके, तो वी आर कॉलिंग इट ग्रॉस नेशनल प्रोडक्ट और ग्रॉस नेशनल इनकम ऑफ द कंट्री. नाउ द अदर गोल्स ऑफ डेवलपमेंट लाइक infant mortality rate. What is infant mortality rate? When the child is below the age of 1 year. So now consider this, the number of deaths under 1 year age occurring, number the live birth in given geographical area during a given year. It means what कि एक साल में जो लाइव बर्थ हुए हैं अमंग दोज लाइव बर्थ कितने बच्चों की 1 ईयर एज कंप्लीट करने से पहले डेथ हो जाती है. ओके, सो दैट इज कॉल्ड इन्फेंट मॉर्टेलिटी रेट. इन्फेंट इज व्हाट? इन्फेंट मीनिंग द चाइल्ड बिफोर कंप्लीटिंग द एज ऑफ 1 ईयर. Mortality meaning death. So infant mortality rate is what? The child before completing the age of 1 year if dies, so that will be taken into account of infant mortality rate. If the number of these deaths is lesser. It means it is the better indicator for development. Okay, it is a better indicator for development if the number of infant mortality rate is low. Next, we will be discussing here about sex ratio. Sex ratio or male to female ratio means कितना नंबर है फीमेल और मेल का कितना नंबर है हमारे सोसाइटी में, हमारी पॉपुलेशन में. दैट इज व्हाट सेक्स रेशियो और मेल फीमेल रेशियो. Okay, so now definition wise, if we see, the number of female per thousand male is called sex ratio, and as this figure is positive, means sex ratio is positive, then we are calling it is the good atmosphere created for the society. And if this figure is negative, so we can simply say that there is negative attitude of the society towards the girl child. Means people do not like to have a girl child. Next, among goals we will see here literacy rate. Literacy, first of all, literacy meaning you must know. Literacy meaning the people who know read and write, means they can do reading and writing with understanding. So the person can be called as literate. Okay, literacy rate. So as you know, literacy rate, it is very important. Education is very important because education opens the new opportunities for the people. If we talk about India, in India, the literacy rate is 74%. Okay, according to the census 2011. Now, new census will be collected in 2021. Infrastructure. Infrastructure wise, so in infrastructure, all the things come like the road, airport, ports, railway, energy, utilities, means all general utility items, and education, healthcare, and social infrastructure, that all comes, right? So this is what infrastructure comes. And infrastructure, if a country has a good infrastructure, definitely it will help the economy to grow faster. So infrastructure is the lifeline. Infrastructure is the lifeline of a nation. It is a lifeline of a nation. A better infrastructure ensures a better economic activity. Okay, a better economic activity, and definitely it will lead to overall prosperity. Some new terms, more terms we will study here. Those will be required under this chapter. Net attendance ratio. Okay, so what is that net attendance ratio? Because these all terms will be used in this chapter, that's why I brought to you to understand these all new terms, so that you can understand the chapter well. Now you see what is net attendance ratio. So it is defined as the ratio of the number of person in the official age group attending any institution, any educational institution in a particular class group to the total number of person in the age group. Now we can understand this definition by this formula. So it is net enrollment ratio. So what comes under net attendance or net enrollment ratio? It is same only. So net enrollment ratio, what is that? Enrollment of the official primary school age, means जो school going children हैं, official age group children, ठीक है, उनका enrollment, and total population उस area में कितनी है, what is required to go to the primary school age, ठीक है. बट उसमें जैसे कि आपको पता है कि भाई जितने भी बच्चे हैं उस स्कूल एज के जिनको की स्कूल जाना चाहिए, बट some of them are not going. तो ये बता रहा है यहाँ पे कि एनरोलमेंट कितना है। जो ऑफिशियल प्राइमरी स्कूल एज ग्रुप है उसमें बच्चों का स्कूल में एनरोलमेंट कितना है, कितने बच्चे स्कूल में एनरोलमेंट लिए हैं, यानी कि उनका एडमिशन हुआ है। फिर यहाँ पे आते हैं पॉपुलेशन ऑफ ऑफिशियल प्राइमरी एज स्कूल एज, यानी कि उस एरिया में जो ऑफिशियल प्राइमरी स्कूल एज के बच्चों की संख्या है वो कितनी है, ठीक है। एंड देन दिस division will be multiplied by 100, then we'll be getting the net attendance ratio. Next, gross enrollment ratio. Now what is this gross enrollment ratio? Gross enrollment ratio and net enrollment ratio, इसमें जो difference है वो यही है कि gross enrollment ratio में we are taking the all grade levels, यानी कि इसमें हम primary, secondary, senior secondary, हायर एजुकेशन सारे लोगों को हम इसमें इसका मीन्स ऑल दीज एज ग्रुप एंड ऑल लेवल ग्रुप आर इन्वॉल्व इन दिस, ओके। So this is called gross enrollment ratio. A gross enrollment ratio we can understand by this formula here. So gross enrollment ratio for primary school. So enrolled in primary level, the number of children who are enrolled in primary level, and the population of official age group for primary level. So it is same as you have seen in the net enrollment ratio also. जो कितने लोग हैं जो प्राइमरी लेवल पे एनरोल हैं और जो टोटल पॉपुलेशन है उस एज ग्रुप की वो कितनी है, देन मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 100, ओके। सो दिस इज व्हाट we can get in this way gross enrollment ratio for primary level. In the same way we can get the gross enrollment ratio for secondary level also. So we have to take the data of secondary level, okay. Now what is the main difference between the gross enrollment ratio and net enrollment ratio? The main difference what we are finding here, gross enrollment is the total number of students enrolled in any institute, means किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूट में, चाहे वो प्राइमरी हो, सेकेंडरी हो, सीनियर सेकेंडरी हो और हायर एजुकेशन, किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूट में जो बच्चे एनरोल्ड हैं, स्टूडेंट एनरोल्ड हैं, तो उनका जो टोटल नंबर है दैट इज काउंटेड एज ग्रॉस एनरोलमेंट, ओके। बट नेट में क्या होता है, नेट अटेंडेंस रेशियो, वी आर presenting the ratio of the present enrolled student to the total number of student in the institute. मीन्स जैसे क्या होता है कि आपको पता होगा कि बहुत सारे कई बच्चे होते हैं जो स्कूल में एनरोलमेंट ले लेते हैं, दे आर एडमिटेड, बट उनकी प्रेजेंट कितनी है, तो नेट अटेंडेंस रेशियो जो है वो प्रेजेंट देता है। जैसे कि हमारे स्कूल में जो रजिस्टर्स होते हैं, क्लास अटेंडेंस रजिस्टर, उसमें प्रेजेंट लगाई जाती है, उसका हम रेशियो निकालते हैं मंथ वाइज, फिर एनुअली भी उसका रेशियो निकाला जाता है। तो बच्चे कितना टोटल नंबर, स्ट्रेंथ कितनी है क्लास में और बच्चे प्रेजेंट कितने दे रहे हैं, तो जो प्रेजेंट दे रहे हैं ना, दैट इज व्हाट नेट अटेंडेंस, एंड देन इट इज क्रिएटेड इनटू अ रेशियो फॉर्म। तो नेट अटेंडेंस में फिर क्या आता है कि टोटल अटेंडेंस ऑफ द चिल्ड्रन एंड देन डिवाइडेड बाय टोटल number of children and multiplied by the 100, and then we are getting the percentage here. So that ratio, net attendance ratio, in this way we are getting, okay. Thank you for watching the video.